What's going on? Welcome to module number 1. And I want to preface this by letting you know that throughout this course, I'm going to be combining what the industry calls edutainment. Okay, and so it's the combination of education and entertainment. And why does that exist? Well, it exists because in school, when you were a student in school, and your teacher, now especially if you went to college, when you're up in class and your teacher's up at the board and they're talking and they're writing and all you hear is and you tune out 90% of the stuff because it's boring and it's not keeping your attention, right? Well, that's just pure education, right? But then on the other hand, you get a girl twerking in the club, that's just entertainment, right? This is edutainment. This is the combination of education and entertainment so that way you can listen and stay engaged and actually learn the content, because if you're watching these videos but you're not paying attention, it's not going to help you, right? The only thing that you can do is to actually learn it, apply it, and use it to better your life, right? So Module 1 is understanding the business, and this is all about if you're going to be providing the service of marketing for other customers, right? For other businesses, okay? And so the idea is to get businesses to pay you between $1,000 and $20,000 to get them customers, right? So it's very simple. You don't do this for under $1,000 a month, and this is monthly. Sorry, to get businesses to pay you between $1,000 to $20,000 a month to get them customers. Okay, and why are you going to charge at least $1,000? Well, it's simple. There are a lot of people doing this. There are a lot of people offering, social media marketing or digital marketing services and all this kind of stuff, right? But a lot of them suck. A lot of them do half-ass jobs. A lot of them, aren't really getting their clients results. They're just trying to get a quick buck here and a quick buck there, and they're not providing the true value that can be achieved from this type of program, right? And so you're not going to be that kind of person. You're going to provide insane value. And in exchange for that, you're going to get paid between $1,000 and $20,000 to get them customers, right? So your goal is always to 10x. So if they paid you $1,000 for the month, then your goal is to get them at least $10,000 back in business. Now that 10,000 doesn't have to be that month right away, right? There's something called the lifetime value of a customer that we'll talk about in another video. But from the leads that you produce, you want those leads to be able to stack to be about 10x of the goal. I mean, if you fall short, hey, you shoot for 10x, and if you fall short, they're still freaking thrilled, right? So here's the thing. You have to decide right now, and you can always change your mind, but you got to decide right now, what do you want to do? Is this going to be something where you want to create a full ad agency and you want to actually go out and hire people and have a full team and have an office, and this is what you want to do for the rest of your life, right? Or is this something you want to do as a freelancer? So you're going to work for yourself, maybe have a partner or two, but nothing too crazy. And you want to go out and maybe manage between 10 and 15 businesses, right? I mean, because if you're at 10 businesses at $1,000 a month, that's $10,000 a month. So that's something you have to decide. And I'll tell you personally, I went out and I started doing this for a couple businesses, and I was having some success, making some money. But then I quickly realized like this wasn't for me. And I'm going to tell you this because I want to give you my experience, and you can decide for yourself if it's for you or not. But I would be an asshole if I didn't tell you my experience, right? So I had agreed to do a landing page for a customer, and we agreed on a price. And so I did the landing page, and everything was good. But then she was very needy, and so what happened was what I was expecting to be about 2.5 hours of work at about, it ended up, for me, the price I was expecting was to be, around 150, $200 an hour. Okay. So I create this landing page, but then she wants to change this and then she wants to change that. And we made so many changes on that landing page that by the end of it, I think the amount that I charged her, I was like at $5 or $7 an hour, something stupid. I ended up working on that project for like 40, 60 hours, something crazy. And I said, no, I'm not doing this. So obviously, obviously, that won't be everyone's experience. But I decided that this wasn't for me because it seemed too much like a job versus being, um, having the freedom of an entrepreneur. Because you're still having to do exactly what someone else wants, and you obviously give them opinions and give them your professional input, but you're still kind of working for them, right? They're just not paying for your benefits and all that stuff. So with that being said, there are people that are having a tremendous amount of success doing this, right? Because they enjoy it. They enjoy being on the computer. They enjoy doing the work. They enjoy testing the ads and seeing, what the best headline is and seeing all that kind of stuff. There are a lot of people that enjoy this. And if you like that kind of thing, if you're into maybe graphic design and designing stuff and being creative in terms of business ideas and stuff, well, then this is perfect for you. But if you're more of like an outgoing personality and you see big picture, you're a visionary, well, then maybe you should think about starting the agency, right? Because you're probably not going to do a good job just yourself working on this stuff if you're not the kind of person that likes the details, that likes paying attention to the little things, right? I'm a big picture guy, and the little details piss me off because I'm like, let's just do this shit, right? Why does it have to be so complicated? Let's just do it. But the little details are the key to having success in this business, okay? So now that you have a background, I want you to right now decide, do you want to do this as an independent contractor or do you want to do this as a agency? And the reason you start with a vision, with a big vision up front, is because every step that you take from here to when you get to where you want to be has to be with that vision in mind, right? So if your vision is something different, well, then this is just going to be a step for you. Then maybe you start off, maybe you just want to learn these skills so you can eventually do it for yourself. This guy. Well, then in that case, that's where you want to have that vision so you know what you're doing each step of the way, okay? So once you've decided that, and once you've sold them on the idea and you've persuaded them because you've proven that you are going to get value to them, now you give a free service demo. And this is used to earn their trust and prove that you know what you're doing. And so, like I said, most people out there, claiming to provide these services suck. They're doing a half-assed job. They're not paying attention to the details. They're not actually getting results, right? Or the results they're getting are minimal. So they're charging 1,000 and they're bringing in 1,500, and it's just like, it's a waste. That's why a lot of business owners have been turned off from these services. But not you. You're going to get customers insane results because of the stuff you're going to learn in this program. I promise you, you're going to get them the best results that they've ever seen. Now, in order to do that, you want to prove that you can do it for them initially, right? So that way they can continue to pay you. And so we'll get into that later. But basically, what are you going to be getting paid for, right? What is that something that you're going to give people in exchange for money, that selling process, right? Well, you're going to give them leads. You're going to generate leads. You're going to give them more sales. You're going to increase their revenue. You're going to give them new ideas. You're going to give them new campaigns that they can run in order to make money. Okay, so that's it for this first video. I want you to decide. The purpose of this first video is to help you understand what the business model is and to help you decide Do you want a full-fledged agency? Is that your future? Is that the route you want to go? Or do you just want to work for yourself, be an independent contractor, learn these skills so eventually you can do something different down the road? So once you've decided that, you can end this video and go to the next one. But don't move on until you decide. All right, peace.